Culture, families, religion, and stereotypes. Culture refers to the customs, arts, social institutions, and achievements of a certain group of people at a particular time. Culture represents the ideas, learned beliefs, values, behaviors, and attitudes that a group possesses. Culture influences everyday choices. It also influences the way that people seek healthcare and discuss health issues. Some key terms are cultural diversity, which is the variety of people living and working together in the world. Transcultural nursing, which is the study of various cultures with the goal of providing care specific to each culture. And cultural competence, which is an ongoing process of learning about other cultures and applying that knowledge to help provide better healthcare. Cultural sensitivity awareness refers to the knowledge and interpersonal skills that allow you to understand, appreciate, and embrace individuals from cultures and ethnicities other than your own. How can a CNA practice cultural sensitivity? The CNA can provide patient-centered care, which is when a patient's specific health needs and desired health outcomes are the driving force behind all healthcare decisions. Patient-centered care encourages active collaboration and shared decision-making between patients, families, and providers to design a comprehensive and customized care plan. CNAs can also try to understand patient beliefs and practices, be sensitive about eye contact, touch, and language, respect patient food choices, ask questions to gain understanding about traditions, customs, and belief, and share cultural information with colleagues. A family is a group of two or more people related by birth, marriage, or adoption. It is important that staff listen to concerns of the family. Family should be encouraged to visit and participate in resident care when appropriate. Family members can reduce resident stress, or they can be a source of conflict. If appropriate, the family can be involved in resident care. They can take residents on walks, take residents to activities and outside functions, help with personal care, wash special clothing at home, shop for special items, help prepare cards, letters, and gifts, and help the resident to choose their menu. Health information should not be shared with family unless patient consent is given. There are a couple of different types of families. So nuclear families are two parents and one or more children. A single parent family is one parent and one or more children. Extended families include grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, and even friends. And blended families are divorced or widowed parents who have remarried and have children from a previous or current relationship. Families also include married or committed couples of the same or opposite sex with or without children. Patients and families may turn to the CNA in times of crisis. For instance, a patient's friend passes away and the patient turns to the CNA for comfort. Nursing assistants are the primary caregivers, and they play an important role in patient comfort and well-being. Patients and CNAs often have a therapeutic relationship, which is one that allows the nurses and CNAs to apply their knowledge, skills, and abilities toward meeting the needs of a patient. So how can a CNA respond when a patient or family member has a problem? The CNA should listen closely and do not interrupt, offer support and encouragement, show that they care, respond with meaningful messages instead of a cliche, and maintain professional boundaries. A professional boundary is the space between the nurse or the CNA's power and the patient's vulnerability. Boundary crossings are brief excursions across professional lines of behavior that may be inadvertent, thoughtless, or even purposeful while attempting to meet the therapeutic need of a patient. For example, being friends with a patient on social media, posting pictures on social media, or sharing personal information with a patient. Religion is a set of organized beliefs, practices, and systems that most often relate to belief and worship of a controlling force. Spirituality refers to a person's belief about the spirit or soul. Some patients may be spiritual but not religious. Agnostic is a belief that they do not or cannot know that God exists. An atheist is people who do not believe there is a God. How can the CNA respect the religious and spiritual needs of a patient? So they should honor dietary restrictions and preferences, report requests to see clergy, respect all religious items, allow time for privacy and prayer, and report to the nurse if the resident needs assistance finding spiritual resources. The CNA should not try to change someone's religious or spiritual beliefs, tell a resident his or her religion or beliefs are wrong, express judgment about a religious group, or interfere with religious practices. Finally, a stereotype is a biased generalization about a group. It's based on opinions, distorted ideas. Often they come from TVs or movies, and they create prejudice and discrimination. Ageism is stereotyping of the elderly. Stereotypes about the elderly are unfair and not true in most cases. Aging is a normal process, and people do not always become sick and or dependent. Some common elderly stereotypes are that they cannot remember things, they're dependent on others, they do not like to leave home, they're grouchy, they cannot manage money, are less intelligent than younger people, that they have no friends, and they have no interests. A nursing assistant must be able to tell what is true and not true about the aging process to provide quality care.